Previously on the rise and fall of Natureboy and Carbonnation.
During an Instagram live, Natureboy would have both Tron and Musa share their experiences with Sheba in graphic detail.
24 with a vagina that won't even let a finger in it. You tried to be with her first, Tron, and you said, I can't get in.
Not even a finger, like, it was just sensitive, it was very sensitive. So I was like trying to get it in, couldn't even do that. It was like, it was a flop. I was like, damn. See how big my pinky is? This ain't that big. Like, I can barely get my pinky in there without hurting. I'm like, damn, like, shit.
In that moment, I just remember just like feeling broken. It was just like, just humiliation. That's what it was. It was a humiliation ritual.
In May of 2018, 5 months after Sheba joined the group, Natureboy invited her into his tent that he shared with Eliana. Although the details of what happened next would change over time, the night resulted in Natureboy breaking her virginity.
I knew that she was like a version sent to me from the universe as a gift. I already felt it, though I just couldn't take it no more. I told Eliana one day, like, Eliana, the girl's for me, yo. I'm just letting you know that. Like, I already know that I'm gonna be able to break her virginity.
He had sex with Sheba and he took her virginity. He wanted me to console her. He wanted me to be there for her. And I just did not understand that because I didn't break her virginity. I was totally against it.
I had to ignore Eliana to do what I knew I could do in that moment, and then I did. Like, I opened that shit.
And so I had to sit there and watch it without wanting to do it.
Natureboy made Sheba his second wife, but that would only last a few days.
Eliana wasn't allowing no woman to feel comfortable enough in our space, so I just kind of like backed off of Sheba at the time.
Later on, I ended up getting back with Tron because I just felt safer with him.
As all of this was going on between the group, amongst the neighbors, rumors about Carbonnation were beginning to circulate. Unknown to Natureboy, while he had been in Cancun, Miss Connie had started digging into his past.
She done went online and researched me. Oh, and she done told the whole village about I'm a pedophile. Oh, I'm a cult leader. So now she done got paperwork up. Oh, she done went to the police station. She telling people all kind of crazy stuff about me, right? She trying to make life hard for us. Like, just spreading rumors to all the other expats, the white old people that move here. The villagers don't even give a damn. But it's just the expats. So this white lady from America then did research on me. Now she's spreading these rumors. But at the end of the day, I'm not going nowhere. Why I'ma leave? I would have never left the first time if I didn't have my little son with me because it was a misunderstanding. I ain't running from nothing. The expats here, they nervous. They see a black dude. They heard he a cult leader. They hear I'm a pedophile. What they gonna do? They gonna go start spreading rumors and talking to each other like old white folks do. This is what they do. Then they go to the authorities. Now, the governor want to talk to me. The government want to talk to me, right? Literally, like the government is coming to interview me today. They coming with cameras and everything, and I'll make sure I'm gonna record it live for y'all. They coming at 1 o'clock.
The prearranged meeting between Natureboy and members of the local Belizean government would never occur. Carbonnation would pack up and leave hours before it was supposed to happen. Once again, they would head back to Cancun.
Belize Live News. The chairman of Consejo Village, Mr. Christian Loza, has reported that the meeting scheduled for today, Monday, May the 28th, with local authorities and the group leader Eligio, Bishop of Carbonnation, the religious cult, has been cancelled as the group packed up all their belongings in their white van this morning and abruptly left. They may be headed into southern Belize, but officials say at this point there is no need for alarm.
I don't think we need to get too excited. Concerned? Of course we have to be concerned.
We will keep you updated as this story progresses.
Before leaving the country, they would stop at the airport to pick up a new member that was set to arrive that day. 29-year-old Aaron Dixon, who would later be known as True, was an 8-year Army vet from Butler, Georgia. He had been honorably discharged from the service 7 months prior.
It had got to a point where I started seeing through the bullshit. Not just the Army, but Babylon in general. I got introduced to the conscious community. Dr. Umar Johnson, Brother Polite, Young Pharaoh. I quickly got out of the conscious community because I understood that they were only trying to perpetuate a black version of the European mindset. And out of nowhere, boom, there's a video on YouTube that says Master Teacher drops never before heard information. In one goddamn video, boom! Everything I had done before was bullshit.
Sheba was automatically attracted to Aaron as soon as they picked him up from the airport.
When I saw him, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be bad because I'm supposed to be with Tron, but I know that's my husband.
The group would stay in Cancun for less than 2 weeks, and during this time some new members would join them. Angel, a 20-something-year-old Dominican from New York City, had been trying to join Carbonnation for months, but due to certain circumstances, he wouldn't be able to. He would finally join them soon after they arrived in Cancun, and Natureboy would give him the name Natural.
I told him I was on my way to Costa Rica, right? But by that time, he had got deported from there. So I was just like, damn, I ended up vibrating back to the Northern Hemisphere, you feel me? By then, he was in Belize. So I told him, yo, I'm going to Belize. But before I headed out to Belize, he actually told me, yo, we'll be in a different location. So he sent me that location. So I vibrated there, which happened to be at the time Cancun. So this is where we finally connected in Cancun. When I first got out there, I had went out there with a young lady. You understand what I'm saying? We was in the United States together and we vibrated out of here together.
The young lady Natural had brought along with him, Natureboy would name Mama Nina. Natural had introduced her to Natureboy videos a few weeks prior to them leaving the US.
When I first saw Master Teacher online, it kind of sparked me. I see how the women were living here, and it made me realize, like, wow, like, I'm so out of touch with myself. Like, I'm in Babylon working 2 jobs and basically, you know, trying to play the role as a man. And I'm just like, you know, I never really understood my feminine side. I never understood balance.
Natural himself had first come across Natureboy while researching organic cures for herpes after contracting it from his ex-girlfriend.
When I became aware of the Honorable Master Teacher, I would watch his videos and I would be sparked and enlightened. Like, yo, I gotta get the fuck out of Babylon. I gotta live conducive for me. I gotta live this disease free. But one day he made a video about Usher. And he was basically talking about how the public is turned on Usher and are criticizing him based that he was diagnosed with herpes and all this shit. And he made it so clear. He just gave me divine truth and I was healed. Because what it does is, the way you heal DNA is with divine truth based on objective facts. So as soon as I heard his words, I was instantly healed. There is no disease, man. All diseases are literally symptoms of an imbalance. His knowledge healed me, you know what I'm saying? Mentally, above all. It ain't no herpes, no AIDS, no HIV, no cancer, no diabetes, no. It's called imbalance.
Days after Natural and Mama Nina arrived, Natureboy would call one of his random and spontaneous group meetings.
Bishop would often do these meetings where he would have everybody say who they're attracted to.
Who are you attracted to? Be honest. Doesn't matter who you with. Who are you attracted to?
Although True had only been with Carbonnation for less than a week, he wasn't shy when he was asked the question.
He took Sheba away from Tron. He said, I fuck with Sheba. I know he's with her, but I'll take her.
When Aaron said he was attracted to me, I was like, bet, because I was already thinking that. Right when I said I'm attracted to him, Tron scooted like 3 feet away from me.
The relationships are wild though, I tell you, dog. Like, women come to me, you know what I'm saying, that she might hop over, you know what I'm saying, be like, nah, I don't want to be with this dude, now I want to go over here.
It would be during the same meeting that Nina would admit she was attracted to Key.
I didn't leave the United States with this female to try to be a unit with her or present ourselves as something we not. We just met. So I didn't expect her to be so down with me, but I definitely didn't expect her to jump ship that easily. And they asked me, like, what do I think about her saying she's attracted to him? And I was just like, yo, I want what's for me. Clearly that's not for me. And it was like a 4-hour meeting. And I'm like, yo, it's not even that serious. She want to go with him, she can go.
Key and Nina would start a relationship soon after the meeting, as well as True and Sheba.
Me and Aaron started talking, trying to establish a relationship with each other, like just trying to get to know each other.
Carbonnation would eventually leave Cancun and drive 11 hours south to Palenque, a town in the southern Mexican state of Chiapas. They would rent a beautiful 5-bedroom home surrounded by at least 3 acres of land. The property was surrounded by fruit trees, and Natureboy would nickname it the Garden of Eden.
There's a mango tree right here.
These ain't ripe yet, but they about to get there.
2 coconuts.
You got dynamics set up in between them. banana, all kind of stuff. Plantains, avocado. Yeah, avocado trees, sour oranges. We got sour sop over there in the back too. 2 trees.
2 sour sop trees back there. Yep. Hey, ain't this where the monkeys be at?
Yeah. Holland monkeys.
Holland monkeys, all jungle. This all jungle. All of this is jungle. Ah, look at the lovebirds. I love myself. How y'all feeling?
Good.
Good?
You're.
What up? You good?
Yup. Here we got the beautiful banana tree. We already done picked this.
Got our tents out. All right, let's see the crib.
Wish them well, look up to the sky, and I'm studying the cosmos. I see that I'm a diamond, but you not even a rhinestone. Buy the tent and book the ticket, soon enough I'm flying home. I'm all about the actions, all I ever got my mind on. You still in that prison, acting like it's what you meant to do. I could not oblige, I was always the tent and book the ticket. Soon enough I'm flying home. I'm all about the actions, all I ever got my mind on. You still in that prison, unless you really want to.
You got a pool being built in the back.
Soldiers, they gonna wait right there. They know the queen is up here. Hey, what's going on? Oh, I like that. What you doing? Keep a healthy perspective. Yeah. Okay. Another little area up here. You know, we be outside most of the time, man.
Just like he done in Costa Rica, Natureboy will use the tropical scenery as a useful tool to get more people to join.
Family's frequency. And look at the frequency I'm on, you guys. Shit, you can't beat this.
Babylon is the old world. It's dying. The future is Natureboy and Carbonnation. We are the real future. Everything else is going to soon fade away.
Carbonnation members were expected to get on social media daily to promote his B6 diet and also try to recruit new members.
Here at Carbonnation, we follow a strict diet, the B6 diet.
Hey, I wanted to give y'all a meal regimen on the B6 diet, how we eat here. So basically from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. we eat nuts, hot water, which is tea, water, and fruit. Then at 12 o'clock we have our meal. Our meal consists of any foods that come organically from the earth. We particularly eat potato, we eat grain, we eat pasta. Now, after we eat from like 1 to 6 p.m., we go back on the same regimen that we were at 6 to 12, which is nuts, hot water, fruit, and water.
We eat from the earth organically only. If it don't come from the earth, we don't fuck with it.
I had high blood pressure. I'm still overweight, but I'm working on that. And I was taking medication for my heart, but I don't have that anymore. I've been grounded, eating the right on the B6 diet.
Before you get out into this nature that where we're at, you got to tap into your own nature. You got to tap into your human nature. You want to go into isolation. Remove any and all insulation that's blocking you from understanding and knowing who and what you truly are. This period of isolation should last about 30 to 90 days. That's typically how long it takes for you to reprogram your subconscious, because remember, you're getting rid of all the bullshit that you've been programmed with in Babylon. We have over 600 videos on the channel. There's no excuse to why you shouldn't be filling up these 30 to 90 days with all that information, because there's mad information, there's plenty of information on there that you can reprogram your subconscious with.
Now, in that process of reprogramming your subconscious, you're gonna go through some things. You're gonna have to let go of all those hair dyes. You're gonna have to let go of those showers. You're gonna have to stop, if possible, stop giving your pot back, you're giving your soil back to the government. While you're in Babylon, you have to try and find a way to stop giving your pot back. If you can't, then so be it. But if you can, do it, because it's gonna help you connect back to what you truly are.
Now is the time to catch the wave. Yes, it's a trend. Yes, it's a movement. Carbonation is a movement. We require you to move to your natural environment. We require you to sacrifice things that no longer serve you in your life get rid of detachments, get rid of insulation.
Energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed to transfer. You let go of your Babylon mother, guess what? You're gonna find a virtuous mother. You got a Babylon brother, you let go of that motherfucker, you're gonna find a soul brother, a virtuous brother. And vice versa, and period, and that's that. You're not attached to these people. The only thing that bonds you is frequency. Point blank, period.
Some might have on their minds about, you know, sickness, heart problem, high blood pressure, things like that, getting to the doctor, things like that. Naturally, there's a fear, especially if you're going somewhere you've never been before, or you don't have any family there. People who are retired or maybe living on a fixed income, you know, just want to let you know that your income will go longer here because it's reasonable to live here. If you come to the tropics, between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, you are going to heal yourself. I've been here 2 months and a week. And when I first came, you know, I took like half of my medicine, half of the pills, and I skipped days, you know, a couple of days at a time, and take half. And then like in 2 weeks, I wasn't taking any. Before I did that before when I lived in America, and oh my goodness, it took 3 weeks, and I couldn't even hardly walk a block. That's how bad that was. But evidently, you know, my body has been healing. I just wanted to share that, you know, for those who might be ill. You have to put trust, you know, faith in the universe to take care of you, and it will.
The Palenque location will be a pivotal part in the Natureboy / Carbonnation story. Shortly before arriving, Serenity, Sheba, and Eliana would all get pregnant. They would spend most of their time pregnant here. It would also be here that Natureboy started wearing American Indian headdress and started referring to himself as Chief.
My soul is from here in these lands, in Central America. So I feel most at home here. We were always from here. You know what I mean? Like Africa and all the lands was one land, you know? And some of us was in certain regions, and I'm from this region. This is where my land is at. This is my land. You know what I mean? I'm a chief in Mexico. I was the top Indian here.
Palenque is also where Carbonnation would start to become more militant. The members were taught to stand at attention whenever Natureboy came into their presence.
Over this time, in Palenque is when it started to get very structured and ordered. It stopped being about he's the master teacher, and it started being about he's the chief, the commander-in-chief of the earth plane.
I am Master Teacher Natureboy, Commander-in-Chief of the Earth Plane.
When he walks in the room, we have to stand up with our hands behind our back. It's starting to get very militant. When we have a meeting, we have to stand at attention the entire time, unless he tells us at ease, which is when we can sit down.
Some members say it was True's idea to implement military discipline to the group.
When True came, he's the one that introduced the militants. He came from the military. He self-introduced and initiated us standing at attention when he came in the room.
What's wrong with being conditioned? I was a soldier in Babylon. I'm a soldier wherever I am. It's a part of my program. I go hard. I ain't come here to be liked. I didn't come here to make friends. I didn't come here to entertain.
Besides the headdress and military-style discipline, the Palenque location would also be remembered for something tragic. It will become the scene of an ill-fated event that quite possibly could have been avoided. On June 27, 2018, only 3 weeks after moving to Palenque, Mama Dia will be found unresponsive in her tent.
She was taking her heart medication for years, and she didn't like the way she told us that she didn't like the way it made her feel.
She don't want to take those pills because they make her feel drowsy. She don't want to take them. She's good. She know what she got going on. We don't know. We just met this lady.
Somebody was like, yo, where Mama Dia at? And it was like, go check on Mama Dia. And that's when Natural and I can't remember who went with them. Went to go check on her. And they came back. It was like, she ain't looking too good. I was like, what you mean? So everybody walked outside, and As we walked in, everybody just was standing around the tent. So I unzipped it, see what was going on. I looked in there, she's laying there. I hop in, go check everything, and I'm like, she was already gone. It was like, she died throughout the night. So I guess she died in her sleep. They said it was like a mini, like a heart attack. From what I heard, she was having pains prior to it happening. And she complained, she said she complained about her leg, something like leg pain or something.
She was showing symptoms of not being well for like a week. And the day before she died, she came to me. I was sitting down and she was like, look at my leg. And she had this big vein in her leg, like an artery or something. I was like, you need to go tell, I think Chief, that was what we call him. You need to go tell him about that. She was like, I ain't gonna tell him. All you gonna do is tell me to ground, and I need to have sex. And I was like, well, I don't know what you want me to do. I was like, I think you need to let him know what's going on with that, you know. And that was it. The next day, she was gone.
She came to me and she said, my leg is hurting. And I said, have you been taking your medicine? She said, yeah, I'll take it every now and then. But only when I feel like I need to. I was like, well, if you took your medicine and you still feeling, you know, some kind of way, I think you should just ground. Or if you really feel like something is wrong, you should talk to Natureboy because he has the control. I felt her fear of going to Natureboy and even talking to him about taking her to the doctor or taking medicine or whatever it is that she needed. And she didn't do nothing. And by the time you know it, she passed away.
And so at that point, we proceeded to load her onto a van and try to take her to the hospital. And we had issues with that because they were having like a blockade of a protest in Palenque.
The hospital would not take the body. They said, take her to the coroner. We took the body to the coroner. Rambo and Key went there.
Me and Rambo was the ones that was out with her at the time. We get her to the autopsy room. It was like, it's nothing that we can do other than get this process going.
They got her body, did the autopsy and all that stuff.
So we contact the police. So we give them her wallet, her passport, and some paperwork that she had. We gave it over to the cops or the police when we went to the police station.
Then we contacted her family.
I think it was her daughter, I want to say, was talking to Natureboy specifically. So nobody there was a part of that conversation.
We received a phone call in the morning from Eligio Bishop stating that my mother had passed away during the night. I had contacted the Honduran consulate in Mexico, which is standard protocol. If someone who is traveling overseas or out of the country encounters a crime or a situation, such as my mom did. She passed away, and the report officially says through heart issues. However, the details of what caused those issues have not really been shared by the individuals that were there with my mom. Eligio, as well as Rambo, Natural, Velvet, Sheba, Tron, they were all individuals that were there. And when I asked for anyone's real name, I kept getting all these nicknames. So Rambo claims to have contacted the police. My mother died, but he said he did not get the police report number or the officer's name. Eligio turned in my mother without any clothing and also not including any of her belongings to leave with her when they delivered my mother's body to the morgue. When I asked Eligio multiple times to mail my mother's ID, birth certificate, phone, and personal items to me, he said no, they are all keeping it.
The family would set up a GoFundMe page to have Mama Dia's body sent back to Honduras, but it would never reach its $5,000 goal. Nevertheless, her body would be sent back.
So they came to the coroner, they got the body and flew the body back to Honduras to have a funeral.
Just 7 days after her death, she would be laid to rest beside her mother.
Rest in power to her. She's great. She's amazing.
Although Natureboy taught that death didn't exist, the loss of Mama Dia impacted the group profoundly.
You think that Mama Dia thinks that she's dead? Mama Dia don't think she's dead. She never will die because she's consciousness. She's always in the now. Life is a dream.
I know I understand we have divine knowledge of self. You know what I mean? We understand life and death we have a deeper understanding about these things than most people, yeah. But why does it still feel like, you know what I mean, like we lost somebody?
My mom was a very active person before she arrived there. Sure, she did vegan eating before she arrived. She did vegetarian eating before she left to go there. But she was also a manager of a store. She worked 6 days a week. She traveled across the country a couple of times in the last year before she left.
There are videos that I've seen with my cousin where she definitely seems happy. She definitely seems to be appreciating her experience. But one thing I know for sure, different than most of the other people that I see involved, is the idea of nature and going to paradise is not something that my cousin needed. We are from paradise. Gugu Roatan, Honduras. That's where we're from, right? So she didn't need a nature boy to bring her to that like many other people may have needed. She was there for the message.
She was a woman that was older, that was really looking for some type of healing. She was really, just really royal, man. She just had a good spirit about her.
She used to take care of me like a fucking mother, like real shit. Having lunch with me, she was just really, really attentive toward me for whatever reason. I just, you know, and I appreciated that.
It was just like an unfortunate situation of her passing while she was there, and we dealt with it the best way we could.
She was really one of us, like as far as the occult member in Carbonnation. Like, she believed in it. We didn't believe in taking medicine or anything like that, but I think it might have been keeping her alive. We can assume that if she had this heart condition for over 10 years and she was still living.
I didn't know the facts of it, like as far as her being on the medication and stuff like that. That was a conversation that she was having personally with Natureboy.
She left with about 2 months worth of medication with her. And so she was definitely planning on taking care of her health, even if she was trying out some different eating methods. That was never her intention, to just throw everything away and feel like she was at the end of her life, because she wasn't. My mother was only 59 years old.
I didn't know about no heart issues at all. When she got here, people told me she had pills.
And I remember her coming, getting out of the cab, and we going through her stuff. That's what we do. And then we saw the medicine, and we said, you need to go take this to him to let him know that you got this. And he was like, she was like, okay. So they went into the room, shut the door, they talked, come back out. That was it. There was no discussion.
She was tricked and conned out of her life, and it's sad.
My life journey has been interesting. Looking back from a little girl, it's been a spiritual quest the whole time, really, with a few bumps, you know, which all life. This earth is an experience. We're here to experience, to live life, but a dream.